Got into education because it's just something I've always wanted to do. I felt like, honestly, it was a calling. I feel like teaching is not something you do just because you do it. You have to have the heart of a teacher because it takes so much patience, so much kindness, so much flexibility, and lots of creativity. I love what I do. I've been doing it a long time, and I don't think I would enjoy doing anything else as much.
So I come from a long line of educators. My dad was in education, and I have lots of cousins and aunts and uncles that were all in education.
Throughout the college, I kind of found that I loved working with kids and wanted a job that was a little more hands-on and interactive.
I had dreamed of being a teacher my whole life, from playing school in my basement as a kid all the way up through high school and college. I just knew that that was my calling.
I had wonderful teachers growing up, and I always admired the way that they made me feel, and I hope that I could instill that feeling in other students.
Well, past wanting to be a princess, yeah, teaching was number one on my list, so.
I do know that the teachers that really affected me are the ones that gave us real meaningful life experiences in the classroom.
My fourth grade teacher, she had these books in the back of the room, and once you read all of the books in her classroom library, then you got to pick from the special teacher desk book, and so that really motivated me to really get into reading, and just her kindness helped me realize that this is what I wanted to do with my life.
I had this math teacher, and there were some students that didn't speak English, and he knew that I was bilingual, and he really didn't know how to communicate with them, and he put me with them, and I kind of did like the translating, and it really made me, it gave me a purpose. Like, I really felt like I was helping them, and it kind of made me feel like a teacher too, and so I just really enjoyed that.
I think I remember her because I was personally going through a rough time at home, and she stepped out of her role as a teacher and she stepped into more of a mentorship role, and it just really made me look at teachers differently. Like, they're people with all types of capacities.
I would say Mrs. Hart, she was a very nurturing teacher, and she really was interested in what students wanted and what interests they had. So I knew that after having her as a teacher that I would want to provide that for young children.
I remember distinctly making pretzels in first grade. Like, that is a distinct memory of mine. And it was just hands-on, and we were following a recipe, learning math and reading, but in a very hands-on way. I think what I've learned mostly during the pandemic especially is how much I move and interact and get on the floor, run around outside, and how much I miss doing that. So yeah, I think the kids keep me young, and I don't think you can go to any other job in the world and get about 55,000 hugs every day and get to have conversations about the most amazing things with preschoolers.
I love being able to high-five my students, give hugs to my students, take selfies with my students. We just do things that are just so fun. And as you can see, I don't know, I'm trying to hold back, but I'm a very animated type person in the classroom, and so we have dance parties and we just do things that are kind of unorthodox, but I do everything I can to promote student engagement, and I rock it out.
There's nothing better than looking at their faces and seeing their excitement and their joy.
Hearing the laughter, hugging. I hope we can hug someday soon, but just the socialization for the kids is so important.
Oh, my hugs. Definitely my kid hugs. I miss that the most.
If I can say, I had a terrible experience this year. I actually almost had a near-death experience this February. I had an allergic reaction, really bad. Tongue swelled up, airway closed, on a ventilator for 3 days. Definitely a rough and scary time. But guess who I missed the most? I missed my babies. All the while, through recovery, I'm talking to them, they're talking to me, and when they saw my face after 3.5 weeks, it was the most amazing thing in the world.
some things that I love about Lansing School District is that there's so much diversity. I've taught in 11 of the schools in this district, and each school has amazing staff and great leaders, and there's just so much to learn every day.
Oh my gosh, the Lansing School District is amazing. The staff that I've come across, the administrators, oh my gosh, they are just so welcoming, they're so resourceful. And I'm currently at Forrest View Elementary School, and the camaraderie is top notch. I love it. I love it. We function well as a team.
I've been teaching in Lansing for so many years. I'm a product of Lansing. I went to Bingham, Eastern, Patton Gill. So I just love the community. I love how it's like we're a big family. I just feel so comfortable, and all the people I know, and it's a wonderful place to work. Just a sense of community.
The people, the kids, the staff, the parents, everything, everybody. I just love the community, and I'm so lucky to be a part of it.
I love working at my school. I love Rio Elementary. We're a small school, just pre-K through 3rd, and I love that we are a community, and the teachers are all amazing and work with every family, and I love the families that I work with. I am lucky that I get to be in the preschool classroom, so often I'm the child's first teacher and the family's first teacher that they get to work with, and so I really love that I get to be welcomed into their family and part of teaching their child.